Hey everyone, I hope you all are having an amazing day today. So in today's video, I want to share with you all a really great technique that my high school therapist taught me. When I was a freshman in high school and I was 14 years old, my anxiety was at its worst and I felt super alone with how do I feel better? How do I calm myself down? What is a panic attack? And I really wanted to feel more educated and empowered and confident in knowing that a lot of people have anxiety and it's nothing to be embarrassed or ashamed about or to feel any of those emotions. And one thing that she taught me that I still use today, it's called EFT tapping, and it stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, which it's super powerful. And I remember her teaching it to me for the first time in her office, and I felt like I was cured. There's no way to describe what it feels like to take your thoughts out of your head and to put them on paper or to say them out loud to yourself or to someone else, and you just feel like better and you took the power away, and it doesn't hold that power over you. You no longer feel like you're a puppet being controlled on strings by someone else or by some force greater than yourself. You really feel like you get to take your power back and your life back. And that's what I'm all about, because once again, growing up, I suffered, I struggled. I know what it's like, and I don't want anyone else, especially teenagers and young adults, to feel like there's no one out there with tips and resources or someone that they can talk to and share their feelings and feel support, and that they're getting actual tangible advice that they can incorporate into their life. So, EFT tapping. It's one of my favorite things in the world, and basically why tapping is so powerful and so important is because when you start tapping, whether it's on the side of your hand or your collarbone or under your eye, above your eyebrow, or the top of your head, there are certain points in your body where when you start tapping long enough, you kind of forget what you're thinking about and you tune more outward instead of inward. So when you're having anxiety, your mind's on a rant, it's on a roll. It's like a dog, you're walking a dog on a leash, and then the dog starts running, you're like, whoa, and then you're running with it, and all of a sudden you forget, kind of like I have literally been there, where you forget what day it is, and you forget what you were gonna do today, because our minds are so powerful that whatever we think about, our mind actually starts putting ourselves in the situation of that event, whether it's a memory or something that hasn't happened yet. Our minds are so powerful where that's why we start feeling the chemical, physical responses. We start feeling the feelings of, oh my gosh, it's Christmas, it's 2014, and Uncle Joe Bob, just like our minds, if we think that thought, our mind will take us back to how we felt when Uncle Joe Bob said something that offended us. Like, our minds are so powerful. So EFT tapping is a great way to get yourself out of that thought and break it down and to actually think, is this real? Is it important? Does it make me feel better? Does it serve me? Or is it just anxious, assuming, worst case scenario, judging, negative, angry, jealous, any negative emotion? So EFT tapping, let's start off. It's important to name a situation in your life that is currently going on. So it's kind of fun because you get to just list and say out loud anything that's going on in your life that you feel anxious, stressed, something triggered you, it's a certain time of year, you were stuck in traffic all day, you feel tired, hungry, and that just kind of makes everything more worse when you feel just extra tired, frustrated, hungry, overwhelmed, anxious. So let's start off by having the side of our hand and we're gonna start tapping on the side of our hand. You can pick either hand, and we're gonna say the situation out loud. So even, you can close your eyes or keep them open, even though, and fill in the blank, even though what my mom said annoyed me, even though it's the holidays and I get anxious about traveling, seeing family, what Uncle so-and-so is gonna say. I mean, just real life things. Even though what my roommate did annoyed me, even though I'm having a great day and I feel amazing, it can be positive, it can be neutral, it can be something that feels challenging, or anything. Truly anything in your life that's going on. So even though, I'll think of something, even though what my roommate texted me last night made me annoyed, and then we're gonna go to the collarbone. I know on the inside I'm still okay. And then we go back to the side of the hand. Even though, and then it's kind of like the funnel thinking where we're breaking it down. So even though maybe they didn't know that what they said annoyed me, or even though they aren't self-aware enough to pay attention to what they say, even though, and we kind of keep on saying even though, and I think it's important to say even though XYZ, fill in the blank, even though, and say the thing that's really on your heart. Don't just say it, just to say stuff, but when you say it and you say it out loud, the one thing where you feel like that's the thing, it's really powerful. So even though maybe we don't get along, and maybe we have different backgrounds and different senses of humor, and we were raised differently, I know, back to collarbone, I know on the inside I'm still okay. Even though, yes, my feelings are real, and yes, it bugged me, and it's normal to have a human reaction, I know on the inside I'm still okay. And now, we've said it out loud, we put it out there, we've kind of taken away its power, because in our mind, I don't know why, but in our mind, things feel so much more powerful when they're on a merry-go. Let's imagine that our brain is a merry-go-round ride at a carnival, at a festival, at an amusement park, and each thought is kind of like those animals. It's a unicorn, it's the merry-go-round, that ride when you get on the animal and you're just going in circles. Each thought is like that, where it's just going in a circle all day long. And some people don't even really realize or check in with themselves that, wait, half of these animals on this merry-go-round ride are negative, and they aren't even really matching my current reality. Like, what's going on here? So it's really important to check in with yourself and to actually take the time to, wait, why would I think that if that's not benefiting me? Why would I do that? So it's really, really helpful. So once we've done that, even though I know on the inside I'm still okay, and done that about 3 times, we're gonna go to the top of the head. It's safe to let go of, fill in the blank. I'm ready above the eyebrow. I'm ready to let go of, fill in the blank. I'm super happy to let go of under the eye, and then back to collarbone. Doesn't it feel so good to let go of, fill in the blank? And yes, it should feel good to let go of anything pulling you down, like an anchor weights tied to your ankles. It's not supportive and it doesn't feel good. So it feels good to let go of XYZ. And then we're gonna go back to the side of the hand. Now, I prefer to align myself with peace, clarity, and joy. And we're gonna feel, just take a moment to just feel into that. And really just feel into, I now prefer to align myself with peace, joy, and clarity. Like, really, really, really soak that in and feel that for yourself. And you all should feel so proud of yourself for doing that and taking the time to sort through your thoughts. Just like when you're straining pasta, you're straining, you're filtering, you're getting rid of the water because you don't need it anymore. It's just like with your thoughts. Get rid of the extra weight. Would it feel better to carry a 500-pound backpack versus a 20-pound backpack? And what's in the backpack? Is all of it necessary, or are you just kind of wasting time and energy lugging around things that do not serve you? So check in with yourself. And I think everyone, once again, and this is without judgment because we're all human beings, we're all having a human experience, and I'm not perfect just like no one else is. And I love improving myself and checking in with myself and really noticing where I can call myself out and just, you know what, Megan, you can do better. And maybe I got a little bit lazy with my thoughts and I wasn't self-disciplined enough, and I wasn't doing enough EFT tapping or funnel thinking or meditating enough or being in nature or journaling and writing down my thoughts. But I'm gonna do better because I know that I need to do better for myself. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and stay tuned. And once again, EFT tapping stands for Emotional Freedom Technique. It's very powerful, and you can replay this as much as you want. Just if you have one thing going on in your life that you can't seem to shake off or let go of, or it's really weighing on you and you're really nervous and anxious and worried about the outcome, do this as many times as you feel you need to, because it's only going to make you feel better. And you get to really write down and reevaluate, you know, what are actual realistic outcomes, what could actually happen, what's probably not going to happen, and then you get to enjoy your life more. That's what this is all about. So I hope you guys have an amazing day.